Well, there you have it. Mabize bonke. Sikwaleng DStv because it's a Moroka Swallows up against Mamelodi Sundowns live DStv Premiership action, and Sundowns are 1-0 up at halftime. There's what the numbers show you. From a possession perspective, it's what you expected.
Yeah, certainly is. I mean, you know, Sundowns, yes, used to sort of having the majority of the possession, and they've made it count. Yes, the goal comes from sort of like long range, but they've had enough chances to be more than one goal.
Has the Dube Birds bus, was that the plan of park the bus and see how we can get through what will be a horrendous 90 minutes of Mamelodi Sundowns attacking?
Yeah, you park the bus, but you have no shot on target. It means that are you not willing to even get more than a point in this game? Are you only willing to settle for the point? That's the big question that I have.
They almost got a chance, though.
Yeah,
there was that one opportunity from Sanu where they could have snatched a goal there and possibly have thrown the apple cart out and had us all shocked that, wow, look, you know, Swallows are in the lead.
Yeah, I mean, look, it's what is it? Call it a half chance, but it is the best one that they've had, the only one. If that goes in, perhaps it's a different game. Perhaps it becomes a different Sundowns even. I think we need to consider that fact as well. But it's a well-worked set piece. I mean, well-worked set piece, good quality, perfect weight in terms of area. Unlucky.
Just finds the wrong person. Sanu is the under-20
Responding to emails takes time, but not with Grammarly. In a few clicks, Grammarly's generative AI.
Where you want him to
पाथ
be
में ब्राउज वाले ऑप्शन पर जाइए और जो अभी
Thomas, it's the one-on-one
ऑप्शन
with the
मिलेगा आपको
goalkeeper.
इमेज मास्क
You
वाला
need- at least you
इसको
need to
सिलेक्ट
check the
करना
goalkeeper,
है
you
और
need to
यहाँ
target.
पर
He does
पाथ
not
में
get
ब्राउज वाले
targeted at that
ऑप्शन
moment,
पर
but let's give credit to Muchali with that delightful chip to be able to find
You
it.
speak about hitting the target, and Mamelodi Sundowns all game were basically knocking on the door. You know how they like to play, eventually create the perfect goal, beautiful football. And the goal that eventually finds the back of the net is thunder and lightning and a rocket from far, because it simply wasn't the last touch that they wanted. Here, almost every time, a Swallows player was just putting their body on the line. Nyauza this time.
Yeah, I mean, look, Shalule must be asking what he needs to do to score a goal in the DStv Prem. When this ball fell to him, you know, in my head, I'm thinking goal. And he's so unlucky. Nyauza, great block. You know, for the kids at home, don't turn your back. I mean, Nyauza gets a bit lucky to get enough contact, but what you want to do, you know, you want to come out, yes, obviously with your hands, not sort of spread, and just be brave, stand strong. You don't want to be turning. I think Nyauza gets quite lucky, but a good block nonetheless.
There it is, making sure that the scoreline stayed at that 0-0 at that stage, and there were even more opportunities throughout that half that Mamelodi Sundowns did create. But eventually, it takes the hammer from long range from a man who has a hammer from long range.
No, in terms of technique, second to none. That is Mukwena in midfield for Mamelodi Sundowns, but good movement on the left-hand side. I love the way Mudiba underlaps to be able to find that ball. Good first touch, good balance. Look at him going to receive the cutback, inch perfect, but they win the ball back, that is Swallows. But look at Mukwena, he knows already what he wants to do with the less technique. No chance for Akpe in goals. The goal Yamanaka from Mukwena, well taken and unstoppable.
And he's done almost exactly that this season already, from almost the same blade of grass, just at a different venue.
Yeah, I mean, I think I've enjoyed watching him, certainly watching him play, but one thing you know for sure, every game he'll have at least one or two shots. You know, that's what I love. He trusts his power.
But the big blow, though, is that almost immediately after that, he's off the field. Slight hamstring pull is what we're being told.
Yeah, it's the mileage in the legs, Thomas. The number of games
You
that
see there,
Mamelodi
the signal,
Sundowns,
he just goes...
the number of games that Mamelodi Sundowns plays in a season. He played AFL, he played MTN 8, he's busy with the Nedbank, he plays in the DStv Prem, he's from AFCON. You know, so the mileage in the legs is a little bit too much for him. He's still traveling to Tunisia tomorrow. So at some point, you need to manage the squad. But Coach Rolani also wants the points. They want the record of maybe the best defense in the history of the PSL in the modern era. So he keeps going with his best players, but unfortunately for him, he's pulling a muscle there.
Is there a sense maybe from Swallows that by virtue of the fact that they're 8 points clear of the relegation zone with 7 games to go, that they don't have to chase the game? They don't have to get all 3 points here?
Yes, you do get that feeling. I mean, look, I think if it was a lot tighter, you would have seen probably more experimental, sort of more vibrant, aggressive, offensively Swallows. But I think with this one, you know, try and contain them, hope to get lucky, but you already 1 goal down. So with the little bit of a buffer that you have with the points and no one expecting you to beat Sundowns, 45 minutes, have a go.
Well, that's what we're looking forward to seeing, and I'm sure you're strapping yourself in to have a look at as to whether Musa Nyatama's side can, for the next 45 minutes, ask some questions of this Mamelodi Sundowns side that's dominated so much in the first half.
Now Mokoena is injured. You bring in a master chef. He wants to cook in the kitchen. And that's what he's going to do. He's going to try and win a place in that semi-final squad for Mamelodi Sundowns. So every player that gets an opportunity wants to come out and impress. The likes of the young Mabena. Chambazwan is on the bench for today's game. So those are some of the players that wants to come in and really cement a place to say, I want to be part of that semi-final team to try and create history for Mamelodi Sundowns.
Also want to see Tashreeq Morris there, because there's a player who hasn't really got an opportunity, but today might get lots of game time if he's brought on by Rulani Mokoena in the second half. We'll be back with the action after this.
Get the new Galaxy A05s and A05 with powerful battery, clear camera and big storage. My first love, my first Galaxy.
Took them a while to get used to my methods, which centre around me never being more than 20 metres away from this odds office, because odds are always changing. It's also why I'm very particular with my choice of pundits. You talk to horses. Their passion keeps me the perfectly balanced oddsman that I am. And I need to be.
The numbers! No, not the second race, the third race.
We bring the passion, you bring the play. World Sports Betting. Bet with the best.
Parents, ask yourself, do you seriously want to take his birthday party at home? Would you rather be tidying up after 10 5-year-olds or 5 10-year-olds? I mean, it could be so much easier. And let's be honest, you can't sing like these guys.
For only $119.90 per child, we do the decor, the delicious food, the fun, and the cleanup. Give your kids the most terrific birthday ever and yourself the time to enjoy it. More fun, none of the fuss.
We have experienced only good service from Outsurance.
Keeping the vehicles on the road is an essential thing.
Time is always money.
Switch to Business Outsurance and you could save with a 20% discount on your light commercial vehicles.
You can't have a day or two go by. Outsurance has really come through for us. Another day or so, we're back on the road, operating as normal again. When we switched over, it was very, very painless.
Call 08600 60,000 or SMS SAVE to 43882 today.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Air Biliato. Enjoy a taste of wealth. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Air Biliato.
Biliato, a taste of wealth.
Immerse yourself in a world of opulence and indulge in the art of luxury. Rich and smooth, elegant and sophisticated. Its depth and complexity is unmatched, creating an unforgettable experience. Crafted in the heart of France, an embodiment of excellence. Voted best cognac in the world, the Cognac Masters London. Honor cognac above all else.
Awesome. Awesome. Awesome screen, awesome camera, long-lasting battery life. Awesome screen, awesome camera, awesome is for everyone. Awesome screen, awesome battery life. Awesome screen, awesome camera. Awesome is for everyone. Awesome screen, awesome camera, long-lasting battery life. Awesome screen, awesome camera, awesome is for everyone.
That he was permitted to make.
We are in Soweto on a Monday night with Moroka Swallows playing host to Mamelodi Sundowns. And it is the visiting side who lead at half-time by 1-0. Another one of those classic goals that'll go down in history for Deboka Mokoena. Teed it up from outside the area and drilled it past the left-hand side of Daniel Lekpe. Really a goal of superb quality. In a first half that Mamelodi Sundowns applied most of the pressure, more than 60% possession. But they haven't been able to do a great deal with it. Shalalili's had opportunities, Costa as well. We get underway for the second half of this round 23 DStv Premiership encounter. Thanks for joining us live on your World of Champions tonight. Wait to see if there's a different plan for Moroka Swallows today. I think the first port of call would be to try and hold Mamelodi Sundowns at bay for the moment anyway. And then try and orchestrate a goal. I mean, there was a chance for Gabadini Mhango in the first half. There was a lovely chance for Roland Sandu as well, the Burkinabe 22-year-old. But they haven't really been able to test Ronald Williams this evening. Been a busier man has goalkeeper Daniel Lekpe, former Chip United and Kaizer Chiefs goalkeeper, now entrenched in Dobsonville. But Coach Farouk Khan, do we see more of the same as we saw in the first half, or is there going to be some sort of tactical change, particularly from Musa Nyatama, to see if he can upset the apple cart here?
Well, I doubt it. I think you've seen there Ngonyama there positioning to play out and changing his mind and saying, look, it's too much of a risk, and just woofing the ball forward to the likes of Mwango.
Peter Shalalile on the left-hand side, but Temi Kosi Lorch on the right-hand side declined to have anything to do with that pass that was played through a little too strongly.
You look at 6 players being pushed forward for the press and winning back the ball successfully.
Mbule's done nicely with 2 touches. Finally gets a bit of a robust challenge from Lanchente Palane. Talking about robust challenges, there's one from Batusi Aubas. As you said, a different role for him since Mokwena's substitution.
Well, if they can't stop you with the press, they ensure that they make tactical fouls, like we've seen Aubas do there, and you know, not giving away a free kick that will be punitive as far as booking, but just doing enough to halt the attack from Moroka Swallows.
Oh, that's nice possession now for the Dubai Birds. Great save, Ronald Williams. Expect that from a national goalkeeper, but he really... Just over a year ago. The first corner kick of the match for Swallows comes into the second half. And let's see what they can do about it. Well, not much from that situation. And Vala clears. But Swallows looking a lot more purposeful here, driving over the halfway line. That's a lovely ball from Everson. Matlonoko very nearly on the end of it, but yeah, it's better play. Musa Nyatama putting his hand up, so to speak.
Yeah, well executed. Ball played in there, and Matlonoko getting at the end of it. Did ever so well to keep it down. Everson, great pass played in, great cross in there. Just didn't get it clean enough. I think he closed his eyes at the last moment there. Should have at least kept it on target there.
Well, the potential is there, because in the opening 4 minutes of the second half, there have already been 2 ventures into that Mamelodi Sundowns penalty area, box entries.
Yeah, more than what they had in the first half when you consider clear-cut opportunities. Those were very, very good scoring opportunities. One, Williams had to come to the rescue, and the second one there, Matlonoko, not executing the best of headers.
Well, his possession And there are attacking moments, there are opportunities for Moroka Swallows. One has to go back 11 years for the last time that Swallows beat Mamelodi Sundowns in a league encounter. 2-0 here with Lorado Chapanga and Obada. You remember Obada, very speedy wing player. 2-0 in 2012, so 12 years ago, the last time that Swallows were able to beat Mamelodi Sundowns in a league encounter. And in fact, they did a season double, because when they played in Tshwane, Bompeta penalty separated the two sides. 2012-13 was a good season for Swallows. Also beat Mamelodi Sundowns in the semi-finals of the MTN 8. Mbule, Alente. Oh, there was a deflection! And that's all that you need in the game of football. Another shot from just outside of the penalty area. And Swallows concede early here in the second half. And now Sundowns are putting the pressure on.
But clearly they've realized that they couldn't break down that stubborn defense, and they've decided to take shots from distance. We've seen that with the first goal from Mokoena, and now Alende's goal as well. When you have that many bodies in front of the goalkeeper, he sometimes becomes unsighted. Any deflection, there we see that deflection from Ngonyama, and unintentional. In fact, it's hit his hand. Could have been a penalty.
Anyway, yeah.
Could have been a penalty. But what is interesting there, Rocky, is the fact that as they move from the build-up phase to the progression phase and ultimately to the chance creation phase, the midfielders are generally expected to receive the ball in half turn. You see how nicely they receive the ball and then look to play it forward and find their teammates in the next line ahead of them. And this is why it's so difficult to defend against them. They're able to receive the ball in the half turn and direct that ball forward. And we saw what happened there with Alende's shot. Brilliant build-up once again from this team, who had just been under pressure with 2 attempts from Moroka Swallows.
Alende grabs a second for Mamelodi Sundowns. Mokoena in the first half. Alende just 6 minutes into the second. And the Dubai Birds under a little bit of pressure now. They have a -11 goal difference currently. Mamelodi Sundowns, I don't think, need to stretch themselves to any great degree here. Don't forget that massive match against Esperance de Tunis over the weekend in the CAF Champions League semi-finals.
Yeah, that's going to be a totally different ball game. We know Esperance, huge pedigree. But again, you've got to ask yourself a question. There's nothing much that Swallows has done wrong or incorrectly. They've defended well, they've defended with a block. But it's just that this team of Sundowns have players that can make the difference with what we've seen Alende do. They take a shot, comes off Ngonyama. Unfortunately for him, he's been outstanding defensively, and it ends up in the back of the net. So
well, there's two things that come from pressure that lead not to direct goals.
Leads to errors.
One of them is own goals, and the other one is penalties, where you apply as much pressure on the defense, and then they will make mistakes. And if that hadn't gone in the back of the net, say it had been deflected wide, I think Sundowns would have had a penalty anyway.
Well, that's a danger of sitting in a low block. You know, you're so close to your goal, you're basically inviting trouble. And yes, for some time it can work, but when you see those moments of brilliance that we've seen, Mudiba there, not a happy champion, then you concede like we've seen them concede. Yeah, here we see he's not happy there, and Charlie there, giving him back for what he was given by Mudiba earlier on. The tackle on him, Charlie, where the referee didn't award a
previous one. No,
previous one, but now he gets the free kick, and Mudiba is upset.
Charlie takes the free kick himself, looks for the return ball as well. So nicely here is Lindo Kuchle. Support coming from Faklele. Not going to find a way through there, and look at that lovely little angled ball away from the defense of Mamelodi Sundowns.
What was glaring there as well is immediately when Charlie got the ball, he had 4 Sundowns players around him. They defend in packs. They defend in packs, and they give you no space and time. And that is a real hallmark.
Clearance away from the danger zone. It really was a rather clever header from the Mamelodi Sundowns defender, because he looked up and suddenly there were attackers coming for Divine Lunga. So he just knocked it away from the goal of Ronwin Williams. This is nice pressure coming from Swallows. Yes, they've got nothing further to lose than what they're doing at the moment. Lanchene Palani does possess that kind of boot, almost like Klompo Kakana when he's playing days with Mamelodi Sundowns.
There we see that mistake, ball played out, very uncharacteristic of the #1 goalkeeper in the country, Williams there, playing the ball into an area where it was dangerous, there was pressure, and fortunate not to have been punished.
Divine Lunga. Easy pickings for Aubrey Modiba. And easy pickings for Moroka Swallows, who try to come away with it. Buklele growing in stature, growing in confidence, along with Jacob Everson on the right-hand side.
Well, Lunga getting the booking there on Mango, definitely a foul. I think Mango is getting a lot of personal attention. They know he's a threat to them, and there we see there's no intention to play the ball there. Lunga uprooting Mango.
It's going to be very interesting to see how many players out of this squad go home and pack their bags and head to the airport tomorrow. 2 yellow cards tonight, both of them for Mamelodi Sundowns players. Kalisa Mudau and Divine Lunga, both of the fullbacks.
Look at the structure, the defensive structure that Sundowns have set up.
Palane looking for the movement, and there is movement there as well. It's got to be a tap-in, surely, for Maklanoko. Swallows back in the game. Ronwin Williams couldn't hold off the cross. The ball bounces kindly. Maklanoko bangs it into the net for his second goal of the season in the Premier League.
We see the wall and Maklanoko there on the end of it, and I see that ball comes off. In fact, it wasn't Maklanoko. He's onside. Initially, the ball is headed down by Mchali, I think, and Maklanoko picking up the pieces. Look at this well-executed header. Williams couldn't hang on to it, and Maklanoko was at hand. Mvala there appealing, but a well-taken free kick, and I think something that Swallows can be proud of.
Oh, definitely. It's lovely movement. They flow. There was a nice flow into the area, and suddenly Mamelodi Sundowns looked a little bit exposed. It's not going to be pleasing for Rulani Makwena, but it really is a quality goal.
Well, they set up the defensive line, but there was obviously a case of a bit of carelessness in not picking up, not man-marking the runner in the form of Mchali, coming from deep, evading his the Sundowns defender, and getting a very good header on it.
Tindakukle. Maklanoko, in fact, Augustine Maklanoko, just 22 years old. Everson looks to be in a little bit of trouble physically.
Well,
still so much time remaining in this game.
Well, let's see what happened there. There we see, I think he injured himself in the process. It was a very poor defensive, or should I say, tackle from Everson. He stayed down, but I think the victim there was more Lunga. He was more the victim in that particular episode.
Lunga seems to be okay. Yep. Everson will miss the match against TX Galaxy on Sunday the 28th of this month, which is the next match upcoming for the Dubai Birds. Travel out towards Mbombela, where, if you were watching the draw for the Nedbank Cup yesterday, the final of the Nedbank Cup on the 1st of June will take place at the Mbombela Stadium in Nelspruit.
Well, I think there, Roland Mkwena would be a little bit concerned about Mudau and building out of the back. A bit careless. We see Morena there on the side, ready to come in.
Yeah, Morena and Neo Mayema. Former Bloemfontein Celtic player Neo Mayema. Really was happy with him in his days when he played at the Punya Sele Sele, and then got a lovely signing with Mamelodi Sundowns. Doesn't have much game time though, Naomiema. Only his 8th appearance of the campaign if he comes on. Only 3 times in the starting lineup. But all of a sudden, Swallows have some belief. Mhango waiting in the area, plays advancing. That's away by Peter Shalulile. Lanchene Pelani, we saw his venomous shot just a few minutes ago. Well, that's not going to do any good. And there might have even been a foul in there, to be honest, by Lucas Ribeiro on him, Charlie. He's been in the wars tonight a little.
Yeah. He's been in the wars, and a collision there. And that goal that they've scored, Matlonoko there scored, has put them back in reckoning. Let's look at it here. Both of them have their eye on the ball, and they go for the header, but I think it's just Ribeiro's hand that has been the problem there. He slapped Manchali in the face there, yeah. And I think that's where the problem is. His hand extended.
So substitution time then for Mamelodi Sundowns. Off's going to go Ribeiro. And the other player coming off is Marcelo Allende. So some more attacking players coming on in Neo Maema and Tupelo Morena. More of a fullback type of player, Tupelo Morena. Both former Celtic players. And Neo Maema will play much more of an attacking midfield role and probably slot into the place that's been exited by Marcelo Allende. So Ribeiro's off, and Allende's off. On comes Morena and Maema. Still plenty of time remaining in this one.
I think it's going to be interesting to see where Morena slots in, because he's normally a wide attacker or a wide fullback.
Work needed to be done, and needed to be done expertly by Divine Lunga. Pressure here on Ronwen Williams. No panic from the national team goalkeeper. Again, standing his ground in a penalty shootout last Friday against Tuks in that Nedbank Cup quarter-final.
That goal has given them the impetus. You can see the way Swallows are pressing, and it's going to be, here we see, look at this, Everson going in late, and he must be very careful he doesn't get booked
again.
Yeah, he could walk. But this is going to test the resolve of Sundowns. How do they deal with the situation after just having Swallows get back? And we know they have the quality to control matters.
This is Lorch. Not a bad ball, but not that influential either towards Tupelo Morena, who is playing in an attacking role here. Gabatino Mhango can't hold on to possession.
The Sundowns need to keep the ball now, to control the tempo, to slow things down, to take a bit of sting out of Swallows, resurgence after scoring that goal. You can see there the coach is saying, keep the ball. Let's control the tempo and ultimately control the game. There's no need to rush. Circulate that ball.
Yeah, I was wondering at what stage they do slow the game down, because that is how they orchestrate themselves. They're in control of matters. Slow it down, put passes together. Aubrey Modiba. Shalalile waiting in the penalty area. Modiba gets a second bite of the cherry, tries to do a Mokwena.
And we know he can with that left foot. We've seen him do it on a number of occasions. This time around, didn't wrap his foot around it.
Aubrey Modiba with 2 goals a season so far in the DStv Premiership, and now the ball's been won by Peter Shalulile. Unselfish, back to the unselfish, and a little intervention from Daniel Lakpay from Tupelo Morena.
Yeah, you feel Morena A little bit unfortunate there. Akpe, you need to compliment him. Look how well he closed. There's the mistake. Bad touch there, inexploited. And there we see there 3 versus 2 situation in the box. Morena gets it, but look at Akpe. He just stands up long enough, forcing Morena wide.
It's wonderful, the patience. You just delay. You know, you're not going to commit yourself too early, and you just delayed making the little launch over towards his right-hand side. It was brilliant when it came off.
Well, I think Morena should have had another touch because the keeper was already committed. Probably looked to have another touch, and here we see the ball being played out, and I think it's Sanu there losing possession. Look there patiently now. This pass here, I think he should have just held it a little bit longer because the keeper was already committed. Dribbled past him, and he rushed his final shot, Morena.
Now maybe the ball didn't move quickly enough inside that penalty area, judging by the reaction of coach Rolani Mokoena. Another corner though for Mamelodi Sundowns. 20 minutes into the second half. Shalile lurking. Vala is lurking.
Yeah, 2-1 lead is not a comfortable one, even against a team that's struggling like Swallows.
Near post from the corner. Second ball falls to Moroka Swallows. Nobody over the halfway line. Maklanoko's been off the field for some time now, the goal scorer. Looking for the okay from referee Jelly Chavani to return to the fray and allow Moroka Swallows to be back up to full strength, which they now are. Lorch. Sanu the closest to him. They're actually playing this patient sort of game. Mamelodi Sundowns stroking it down the flanks, bringing it back to the middle. Oh, that is so close to being tucked in to the net once again by Peter Shalulile.
Very unfortunate there for him. Well orchestrated again, once again circulating the ball, looking for the vertical pass. If it doesn't work, looking for the diagonal pass, and there Shalulile going onto his knees. In fact, he had to go down on his knees. Didn't get enough on it to get it directed towards the goal of Akpe.
Substitution time for coach Musa Nyatama. He's going to bring on Tlakusani Mthethwa, the 30-year-old. Tenepalani's had a good match tonight, but they probably need some fresh legs out there at the moment. We're halfway through the second half in Dobsonville. Cool, slightly breezy evening on the Monday night. Away by Aubrey Modiba. Both sides giving away possession a little at the moment. And that touch from Tupelo Morena wasn't very helpful either. And that's a foul from Butusi Obas.
Yeah, we know Oba's aggression in that midfield. We know when he played for the likes of TS Galaxy, he was that man in the middle to mop up everything. The modern day vacuum cleaner.
And Charlie really has been in the thick of things. So it's going to be interesting to see the intervention or inclusion of Tlakusani Mthethwa. No goals for the 30-year-old this season so far, but he'll just look to consolidate the midfield in the absence of Lanchene Palani. In the meantime, Maklanoko and Mshali and Gabadino Mhango will continue to hunt. They're only a goal behind. Look at the completed passes. Absolutely incredible how many passes Mamelodi Sundowns put together in a match.
Well, it's amazing to see what a goal can do for your confidence, and that is Moroka Swallows. After scoring, that's just given them that little bit of extra. Will it be enough? We'll have to wait and see. Against a team like Sundowns, they will create something out of the box and punish you, and they're not going to stop attacking you. They're not going to stop circulating that ball and waiting for that defense-splitting pass. It's
results that really matter in sport. And the game of football is no exception. Nice little touch there from Mhango, and he cuts inside as well of Lunga. It's not a bad effort at all.
Yeah, especially with the fact that we know Williams tends to play off his line. He looked up, but I think Williams had it well covered. Good attempt from that man, Mwango.
Only 3 goals this season. But yeah, how much are Swallows missing Mabasa? 6 goals he scored in the colours of Swallows before moving back to Orlando Pirates, where he's been on fire lately. Scored a hat-trick against Arrows, didn't he, a little while ago? 7-1 victory. Mamelodi Sundowns controlling the pace of the match once again. Mudau looking for the return pass.
Well, the concern for the coach of Swallows would be, have they got enough in the tank? Having had to exert so much energy thus far with the possession that you've mentioned, with 20 minutes to go, is it going to be the undoing? We know lots of these players are in the 30s. Have they got the energy to last the full 90?
Little dummy run by Batusi Obas, but not picked up by Kolisa Mudau. And just again, controlling the pace of the match. This is Mbule. Well, there's 2 Mamelodi Sundowns players that are on the deck at the moment. One of them is Tempi Nkosi Lodge.
Looks like an ankle. Let's see what happened here. Yeah, clearly he's stamped on his foot there. And there's some Mtetwa. It looks like Mtetwa has been the culprit there. Closed him down and stamped on his instep.
We've had 3 goals tonight. Mamelodi Sundowns led by a goal to nil at half-time. And this is the goal of the night so far. Absolute beauty.
Now look at him strike that with laces there outside of the boot, bending away from Akpe. Very, very difficult to deal with a shot that was dipping. And there's the second one. Fortunate to have taken a deflection off that man, Gonyama. And he had his arm extended. I mean, if it wasn't a goal, it definitely would have been a penalty. Here we see that goal again from Matlonoko.
Yeah, it's a good one as well. They had numbers forward. And Ronan Williams wasn't able to parry the ball away to safety. Matlonoko following up as he should. Swallows pulling a goal back. And Tetra has only just come onto the field of plays already on a yellow card.
Very similar situation the Swallows benefited from. Let's see how they defend.
Oh, there was a little bit of space on the back post, but not quite picked up by Matobi Mfala. At consecutive corners here for Mamelodi Sundowns, or consecutive set pieces, that is. Daniel Ekpe been beaten twice, once in the first half and once in the second. The first was a ripper, the second was a deflection. One has to feel sorry for goalkeepers when that sort of thing happens within close proximity to the goal line. Still 17 minutes in stoppage time, away from full time in Soweto tonight. At the moment, Sundowns going further ahead on the table. Mbule to the back post. It's a good header away.
Well, as far as defensive headers were concerned, as far as defending aerially, I would give Swallows 10 out of 10 with that man Ngonyama as well as Nyauza. Experienced players that dealt with it very well. But as far as those shots that were taken outside the box, you can't fault them much. It was well taken.
Mbule, Mutiba has to stop and turn in front of Matlonoko. They're getting himself in trouble here. More than that, Kabatino Mhango is in space. And Charlie carries the ball too wide, I would imagine. And then they've given it away to Mbule, who gave the ball away in the first place. And this is Piti Shalolile. Just have to be a little more precise in that sort of counter-attack move.
Well, I think the pass there from Mwango wasn't the best of passes. The weight and the quality of the pass terrible. In fact, he didn't give, was it Mtetwa on the end of it? Much chance to get to the ball. Had he played it just ahead of him into his run, would have been better.
Might have been a different result. Ball cleared by Mpaklele. Mudau. Tough challenges coming in from both sets of players.
Yeah, here we see it, careless build-up play there, dispossessed. Here we see it. Yeah, just look at how Mbule is being dispossessed, turns unnecessarily on the halfway line. And there you see it. Now look at the weight of the pass. He plays it beyond the runner, and clearly not the best of service from Mongo.
No, he didn't allow Mudau to check back. In the meantime, pressure from Neomayama. Shot from Mbule, not making any progress. Nicely away by Kwanda Ngonyama. Lorch being persistent here for Mamelodi Sundowns. Nice work done by Mbule. Half an hour played in the second half. 15 minutes in stoppage time away from full time here in Soweto. We're in Dobsonville on a Monday night. Morena not able to make any way through, wide by Obas. Once again, it's Mudau. Lorch just controlling matters, and then they're looking for the acceleration. It's good defending again from Mtetwa.
Well, if we speak about fatigue, it looks like Mamelodi Sundowns are struggling a little bit with concentration.
He's had a good match tonight. Maklanoko scores a goal for Moroka Swallows. Heads to the touchline. His place to be taken by Siyabonga Kumalo, who will only appear for the 4th time as a substitute. Get his congratulations from Musa Nyatama. Does Maklanoko. Yeah, it's a completely different ball game, playing in the first division to playing in the Premier League, and I think he's done nicely tonight as Maklanoko. Divine Lunga back to Ronwen Williams. Almost looks as if they're inviting trouble here, Mamelodi Sundowns. Finally, the ball's away by Williams. Controlling possession deep inside of their own half at the moment. Bule is looking for some possession. Didn't get it with the first touch. Lunga will get it. Neomayama. Turn from Tembinkosi Lorch, and Bule again. His 3rd touch in the move. Neomayama, nice little injection of pace. Can't return a decent enough ball to Lorch, and again, Swallows have done well defensively tonight.
Absolutely, absolutely. They picked up those third-man runs. We saw them pick up the third-man run from Lodge. Something that they definitely worked with, and something the coach must have spoken to them about, because Sundowns, in that they're very creative. I think maybe we shouldn't use the word predictable, but creative in the sense that they combine good combination play with third-man movement, which is very difficult to defend against. Is that Nyauza down?
Feeling the pain of what has been a tough evening defensively.
Yeah. Yeah, there you see Lodge. Lodge just leaving a foot in. Got him on the calf. You can see he's felt the effects of that knock. Is he going to get up?
Moroka Swallows have a couple of weeks before they play their next encounter in the DStv Premiership against Teagues Galaxy right at the end of the month. Mamelodi Sundowns don't have that sort of benefit. They play time and again, like 3 games a week almost. Referee with a drop ball to Ronwen Williams. Nyauza looking to get back onto the field of play after receiving medical attention for a knock. And he's been given permission by referee Jelly Chavani. 4 yellow cards from Jelly Chavani so far. 2 for each side. Mahango always in the mix to cause trouble for the opposition. Naomi Yama, little hold of the ball, and then it releases it beautifully to Sipho Mpule. Now it's to Pella Morena. Mpule again. Oh, showed a bit too much of it to the new man, Siyabonga Kumalo. Final touch came off Divine Lunga by the look of things, and Mahango again right in the thick of things. He's a never say die player. He'll give you everything while he's out there. Occasionally gets involved in a bit of unnecessary niggle.
Very, very skillful as well. And you know, the culprit there being Mbule. Mbule has come on, hasn't really set the stage on fire. You can see Mokoena is sorely missed. He's tried on a few occasions to keep the ball, has been dispossessed a couple of times. Maybe match fitness.
Free kick from Mpaklele. Second part of the cherry for Tonga. These are the sort of situations that Swallows can really benefit from. Lovely first touch. Not a great second touch by any stretch of the imagination. And then ball given away once again to Ntsikelelo Tonga. 2 Ntikelelos in the lineup today for Swallows. Centre back and a left back, and Nyauza and Tonga. Peter Shalolile.
Quality player, very elusive, makes great runs, just gets ahead of his defender on that occasion.
Lorch goes for goal. Well, will that allow a double substitution for Rulani Mokoena? He's going to take off Peter Shalolile. Has been creative today. Players that are going to come on Siyabonga Mapena. He's just 17 years old. Under 17 international from the Transnet School of Excellence. Lorch is going to make way as well. Tashrik Matthews coming on to take his place. 23-year-old.
Tashrik Matthews, and I think on his debut scored a wonderful goal. Just shows the team has the quality of players like Matthews, Mabena coming on. Also very, very talented, skillful player, Mabena, at a very tender age of 17.
Yeah, Matthews put his hand up when Mokoena had opened the scoring against Chippa United, and he banged in the winning goal on the 8th of March. It was a home match for Mamelodi Sundowns. Well, there's the attempts and the goals. Shots on target, yellow cards now, 2 yellow cards apiece. 21 fouls over the course of the day so far, the evening.
With the relentless press that has been perfected by Sundowns, Swallows are unable to even make 6 or 7 passes at any given time. And if you don't keep the ball long enough, this turnover, you will not create sufficient goal-scoring opportunities.
Modiba, forward by Matobi Mbala. Tashrik Matthews gets caught in a Moroka Swallows defensive sandwich. Mahango in space. Mahango! The flag is up.
Well, I don't understand.
They're still celebrating.
Well, I don't understand.
Moroka Swallows. Now, the referee's assistant has not put the flag out for offside. He's got it straight up, which means there was foul play.
Well, I want to say, if it's foul play, I can understand, but if it's offside, no, because it came off a Sundowns player. Let's look at it again.
There's still a discussion here between referee Jelly Chavani and Sibusiso Sisilana. Have Swallows been denied a legitimate goal?
We'll have to wait and look at it and dissect if there was a foul.
Can everybody calm down, says Mr. Jelly Chavani. He wants to have a chat to the assistant referee without the interference from everybody else. I've got this under control, says Mr. Giovanni. Highly experienced match official. He's chatting all the while to his officials. The fourth official, the assistant referee on the near side, Sibusiso Sisilana. He's getting frustrated with the amount of chatter that's coming through from particularly the Moroka Swallows players. Let's have a look at this again.
Look at it closely. Ball played forward. He is in an offside position at this state. But then look at this here. The ball is being headed down. Does it make him onside?
No, he's offside.
When the ball was played?
Yeah.
But you could
was still
argue,
offside when the ball was
played. You could argue he wasn't interfering with play. So if he wasn't interfering, he was just standing there and the ball was headed to him, then obviously he can't be offside.
5 minutes remaining in this one. This is a dramatic moment in Dobsonville. If Swallows are rewarded this goal, I think there's going to be a little bit of pandemonium in amongst the Tube Bird supporters. Very, very clinical analysis being done between the referee Jelly Giovanni and Sibusiso Sisilana.
Well, Rocky, being in an offside position doesn't necessarily mean you're offside unless you attempt to play the ball.
But he did. Mhango did try to play the ball. He had it in the back of the net.
No, he only played the ball after the ball was played to him. What I'm saying is, the initial ball played to him, was he in a position or did he give any inclination to play the ball? Was he interfering? In short, was he interfering?
It's a goal. It's a goal. This goal's been given. Big celebrations for Musa Nyatama. Kabadinho Mhango scores for the 4th time this season. There's always an element of drama when Kabadinho Mhango is in the mix. And yeah, that's one that's going to be debated for a while, I think.
Well, I think it's clear from what I've just said to you. Look there. He makes the run, but he doesn't play. The ball doesn't get to him. This is the problem. Had the defender left the ball, he would have been adjudged offside.
And then, despite the challenge of Matobi Mvada and the advancing Ronwen Williams, he stands his ground as a 30-year-old Malawian. He'll really, really cherish this goal. It's absolutely beautifully orchestrated. Kabadinho Mhango ties us up at 2-2 in Dobsonville. And credit to a great second-half performance from Swallows.
Well, I'll tell you what. Often we find the linesman doesn't put his flag up until the player in question touches the ball. And that is a good example why he wasn't offside. Because he delays his decision to ensure that the player who's in an offside position makes contact with the ball.
So Mamelodi Sundowns will be eager now to get back on their bicycle. Don't forget, they led by a goal to nil at half-time. They led by 2 goals to nil with the Allende deflected goal after just 51 minutes. It's a great fight back from Swallows. Now the emotion is starting to spill over in the Mamelodi Sundowns camp. They're not accustomed to being in a situation like this.
Well, there we see a foul again from
That's over the top from Lunga.
Yeah, he's left his foot in. But I think this is the test that we spoke about, and Sundowns, under normal circumstances, control these factors in the game. But in that occasion, a little bit of a lapse of concentration that led to that equalizer.
No, he's not a happy man.
Yeah, he's not happy, I suppose.
Not great preparation psychologically
for the upcoming
trip.
game.
Yeah, absolutely. To Esperance de Tunis, and 2 draws in a row. Yes, they won on penalties in the Nedbank Cup quarterfinals against Tarks. But a tremendous fight back here by Moroka Swallows. They changed their game plan. They threw many more players forward. And Sundowns made changes that they weren't able to get themselves into positions to continue the scoring, although there were some close moments. Jelly Giovanni's made a huge goal here tonight.
Yeah, well, you know, we have a situation where the players have to now stand up every now and then when it comes to this a lot of it will be dependent on how they prepare themselves mentally, because they have the quality to reverse this. I mean, even the best of teams go through what we've seen tonight.
Free kick for Moroka Swallows.
Hi everyone,
Yes, they're
I'm
building up again
Georgiana,
down the flanks.
your English teacher.
A couple of seconds remaining until we get second half stoppage time. We have 2-2. Who would have thought?
Hi everyone, I'm Mike, and with me today I have Ben, resident chef, and our first ever guest, Gavin Wren.
Hello.
We'll probably get to Gavin in a sec. Welcome to this week's Feast Your Ears, the Sorted Club podcast, where we gather each week to discuss, debate and dedicate half an hour of in-depth conversation to the world of food. And in order to do that, we need all of your ideas. Please email us.
2-0 lead that they had.
We have 7 minutes. 7 minutes of time have been added on to the end of this encounter. Mpule, the intended recipient, was heading in a different direction.
Well, Rocky, with 7 minutes, I'm not going to write off Sundowns. Sundowns are still capable of winning this one.
Okay, so substitution time. The substitution has been made. Umkuseli Rampa has come through the junior ranks and plays for just the second time. He's on for Everson, who picked up that yellow card and will miss the next match against TX Galaxy. Mamelodi Sundowns. Next game is on the 20th. That's Saturday up north against Esperance Tunis. And they travel back to South Africa, and on Tuesday the 23rd they take on Sekhukhune United in Polokwane, which is another bit of travel. And then straight after that, on the 26th of April, which is a Friday, they will again take on Esperance Tunis in the second leg of the Champions League semi-final. The other semi-final will be between TP Mazembe of the Democratic Republic of Congo and El Ahly, who have had a fair amount of success in the Champions League, one could say.
Yeah, they've had the greatest of records in the Champions League. I think they've won it on several occasions. I don't want to quote the number. I will maybe, off the mark, but a team of huge pedigree. It's not going to be easy, but I hope Sundowns lifts their trophy for the second night. It would be great for South African football.
Oh yeah,
to have us win that particular club championship.
Still the pressure coming from Neo Mayema. Space in the middle of the park for a shot that doesn't emanate, and Moroka Swallows have done so well with the second ball. Now it's Tashrik Matthews. Free kick to Mamelodi Sundowns. Still 4.5 minutes remaining in stoppage time.
Lots of time, lots of time. It could take 20 seconds for Sundowns to score. Yeah, clearly very careless there. Careless tackle.
Yeah, I don't think there can be any complaints from Mpaklele. He's had a rather good match, I must say.
Just need to keep the cool if they want to get a point. That is Swallows. They don't need to panic. They see the end line and it looks like it's in a distance.
Mpule runs away from the free kick to make himself available on the far side. Mutiba knocked away from the danger zone by Moroka Swallows, and Tetwa halfway through the 7 minutes added on by referee Jelly Chavani. Divine Lunga. Direct route from Divine Lunga. They're going to have to be switched on here. Moroka Swallows in defense. It's a lovely ball. No second ball for Mamelodi Sundowns. Well done by Daniel Akpe. They're in a hurry to get on with things here. Bit of frustration for Divine Lunga. Neo Mayema. That'll be another free kick right on the edge of the penalty area. And they're getting himself in trouble a bit. Swallows.
Well, they'd love to have Mokoena taking this free kick on this at this moment in the game, on a very promising position, distance from where we know Mokoena has the ability, but he's not on the field. We'll have to wait and see who's gonna be the recipient to try and win this match for Sundowns.
Akpen of all people, will know what a pivotal part of this match is concerned. Mhango getting involved in a little bit of push and shove, totally unnecessarily. A little shove on Naomi and company. They've got to calm things down, Swallows.
And then Ngonyama is there just to get the players away from each other, using his experience to resolve that situation.
Batusi Albas directing traffic, and yeah, I'm not sure if he wants to be shoving players around like that. Maybe the referee wants to have a chat to him because it's totally unnecessary. A little shove in the chest of Tetwa, shoving in the chest as well of Mshali. So dangerous moments these for Moroka Swallows. 90 seconds away from full time in Soweto. It would be a very, very hard and well-earned point if Swallows were to survive this scary moment.
Very promising distance. It's going to be a left footer. We'll have to wait and see.
Well, Sipho Mpule, no, it is definitely going to be a left footer. I don't think Mpule is going to have any much chance of this. Wall's done its job beautifully. Player in the defensive ball goes down as if poleaxed.
Yeah, very powerful shot there. They took a lot of bravery. Who is that man down on the floor? Is it Ngonyama? No, it's not.
Yeah, straight in the top of his head.
Well, he's a brave soldier. He's done so much for this team. He's taken another one, and it hit him directly on the forehead. It's like a boxer, a heavyweight boxer hitting you on the chin. He went down like a brick wall.
30 seconds away from full time here in Dobsonville. There will be potentially a little bit more time added on. Relani Mokoena might be satisfied in some respects with some of the match.
Yeah.
But as a total, from what we've become accustomed to seeing the way Mamelodi Sundowns play and dominate, this is not one of those performances.
Not one of them, but not a train smash. With the fact that they were 13 points ahead of the pack, that's just one of those bad days at the office which they'll overcome.
They'll still stretch it to 14 with a couple of games in hand. Ever closer to winning the 7th title in a row. Playback underway with Divine Lunga. We are in the 7th minute of the 7 added on by referee Jali Chavani. Little attempted give and go by Siyabonga Mapena. Another free kick to Mamelodi Sundowns, and 2 substitutes involved in that run. They're trying to take it quickly, Sundowns. The referee says, wait for the whistle.
Well, again, very careless there, Kumalo. Just guide your player, push him on to somebody else. Still a lot for him to have done there in that particular situation.
Again, the pressure on Daniel Ekpe and the defense. The last time there was this free kick, Kwanda Ngonyama took it for the team on the head. Sipho Mpule, side netting.
Not far off. This man has got a very powerful shot, Mpule, but I don't think it will be enough for them to get all 3 points this evening. Look at the power here, Rocky. Bending away. Ekpe will say he had it covered.
Yeah, he got it to dip rather nicely as well. Look how it dips here. Ekpe, at that stage, it was going wide. Now, Ekpe's got to get a wriggle on here because the referee's not happy with the amount of time that the Nigerian goalkeeper is taking. In the meantime, he says, well, if you're not going to take the goal kick, I'll just blow for full time. Mamelodi Sundowns led at half time with the goal from Mokoena, and an absolute peach of a goal it was as well. And they went up 2-0 with a goal from Marcelo Welende with a deflected goal off Kwanda Ngonyama. But after that, it was Makla Noko and Gabadinho Mhango who took advantage of a different game plan from Musa Nyatama, who I think will be very happy with today's performance. Relani Mokoena having a chat to Jali Chavani, but I'm not sure what he expects the referee to do at this stage of the game.
Yeah, well, the game's over with. I think it would be in his interest just to leave the referee and cool down.
We wish Mamelodi Sundowns all the best on their travels to North Africa tomorrow and on Saturday when they take on Esperance de Tunis in that semi-final of the CAF Champions League, and they return a week later. But tonight, Mamelodi Sundowns, they looked very good in the first half, controlled the possession, put Swallows on the back foot. In the second half, they weren't to be contained. Moroka Swallows. They played a different game. They pushed more players over the halfway line. They found space. They found goals as well through Maklanoko and Mahango. The referees will obviously come under some scrutiny for that Mahango goal, and there's no doubt we will hear
Reloading.
Friends, one's plenty.
Choose a card. Let's see where your destiny lies.
Thanks for stopping by. Mission complete.
Welcome to Farmline 84.
Not bad. I'm a little. Finally, now we're having some fun.